The Scroll of Koheleth. Ecclesiastes, chapter 1. The words of the preacher, the son of Daoud, Melech in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, says the preacher. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? One generation passes away, and another one comes, but the earth abides forever. The sun also arises, and the sun goes down, and it hurries to his place where he arose. The wind goes towards the south, and turneth about into the north, and whirleth about continually, and the wind returns again according to his circuits. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, there they return again. All the things are full of labor, man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The thing that which has been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. If there is anything where they have said, see, this is new, it has already been of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come to those that shall come after. I, the preacher, was Melech over Yasharal in Jerusalem, and I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under the Shamayim. This sore travail have Elohim given to the sons of men to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all of it is vanity and vexation of Ruach. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I communed with mine own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more chokmah than all that had been before me in Jerusalem. Yeah, my heart had great experience of chokmah and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know chokmah and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also is vexation of Ruach, for in much chokmah is much grief, and he that increaseth in knowledge increaseth sorrows. Chapter 2. I said in my heart, Go to now, I will prove thee with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also is vanity. I said of laughter, it is mad, and of mirth, what does it? I sought in mine heart to give myself unto wine, yet acquainting my heart with chokmah, and to lay hold on folly, till I might see what was thub for the sons of men, which they should do under the Shamayim all the days of their life. I made me great works, I builded me houses, I planted me vineyards, I made gardens and orchards, and I planted trees of them and all kinds of fruit. I made me pools of water to water therewith the wood that bringeth forth fruit trees. I got me servants, maidens, and had servants born in my house. Also I had a great possession of great and small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem before me. I gathered me also silver and gold, and the peculiar treasure of kings, and of the provinces. I gat me men singers, women singers, and the delights of the sons of men, as musical instruments, and all that of sorts. So I was great, and I increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my chokmah remained with me, and whatsoever mine eyes desired I kept not from them. I withheld not my heart from any joy. For my heart reckoned in all my labors, and this was my portion of all my labor. Then I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought, and all the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, it was all vanity and vexation of Ruach, and there was no profit under the sun. And I turned myself to behold Chokmah and madness and folly. For what can the man do that cometh after the Melech? Even that which hath been already done. Then I saw that Chokmah excelleth folly, as far as light excelleth darkness. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh on in darkness. And I perceived also that one event happened to them all. Then I said in my heart, as it has happened to the fool, so it has happened even unto me. And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart, that this is also vanity. For there is no remembrance of the wise more than the fool forever. Seeing that which now is in the days to come shall be forgotten. And how dieth the wise man? The same as the fool. Therefore I hated life, because the work that was wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all of it is vanity and vexation of Ruach. Yeah, I hated all my labor, which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it to another man that shall be after me. And who knows whether he shall be a wise man or a fool? Yet he hath rule over all my labors wherein I have labored, and wherein have I showed myself wise under the sun. This is also vanity. Therefore I went about to cause my heart to despair of all the labor which I took under the sun. For there is a man whose labor is in Chokmah, and in knowledge, and in equity. Yet to a man that hath not labored therein shall he leave it for his portion. This also is vanity, and a great evil. For what man of all his labor, and the vexation of his heart, wherein he had labored under the sun, for all of his days are sorrows, and his travail grief, yet his heart taketh not rest in the night. This is also vanity. There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that he should make his soul enjoy through in his labor. This I saw, that it was from the hand of Eluah. For who can eat, or who else has hastened hereunto more than I? For Eluah giveth to man that is through in his sight Chokmah and knowledge and joy. But to the sinner he giveth travail, to gather up and to heap up, that he may give to him that is through before Eluah. This also is vanity and vexation of Ruach. Chapter 3. To everything there is a season, and to a time to every purpose under the Shamayim. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which has been planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. And a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, and a time to loose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to sow. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war, and a time of shalom. What profit hath he that worketh in that which he laboreth? I have seen the travail which Eluah hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it, that he hath made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he has set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that Eluah maketh from the beginning to the end. I know that there is no thub in them, but for a man to rejoice and to do thub in his life, and also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the thub of all of his labor. This is the gift of Eluah. And I know that whatever Eluah does, it shall be forever. For nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And Eluah does it, that men should fear before him. That which has been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And Alua requires that which is past. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. And I said in my heart, Alua shall judge the righteous and the wicked. For there is a time there for every purpose and every work. I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that Alua might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beasts, even one thing befalleth them as one dieth, and dieth the others. Yea, they have all one breath, so that a man hath no preeminence above a beast. For all is vanity. All go into one place, all are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knoweth the ruach of a man that goeth upward, and the ruach of the beast that goeth downward to the earth? Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For who shall bring him to see what shall be after him? Chapter 4. So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun, and behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter. Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet alive. Yeah, better is he that both they which have not been, who have not seen the evil work that is done under the sun. Again I considered all travail and every right work, that for this a man is envied of his neighbor. This also is vanity and vexation of ruach. The fool foldeth his hands together and eateth his own flesh. Better is a handful with quietness than both the hands with full travail and vexation of ruach. Then I returned and saw the vanity under the sun. There is one alone, and there is not a second. Yeah, he hath neither child nor brother, yet is there no end of all his labor. Neither is his eye satisfied with riches, neither saith he,
For whom do I labor, and bereave my soul of food?
This is also vanity, yeah, it is a sore travail. Two are better than one, because they have a thub reward for the labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Better is a poor and a wise child than an old and a foolish king, who will no more be admonished. For out of prison he cometh to reign, whereas also he that is born in this kingdom becomes poor. And I considered all the living which walk under the sun, with the second child that shall stand up in his stead. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this is also vanity and vexation of ruach. Chapter 5. Keep thy foot when thou goest into the house of Alua, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. For they consider not what they do, that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before Alua. For Alua is in the Shamayim, and you are on the Arets. Therefore let thy words be few. For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by the multitude of words. When you vow a vow unto Yahuwah, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which you have vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow, than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say before the Malak that it was an error. Wherefore, why should Yahuwah be angry at your voice and destroy the work of your hands? For in the multitude of dreams and many words there are also divers vanities. But fear thou Yahuwah. And if you see the oppression of the poor and the violent perverting judgment, injustice in a province, marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth in abundance with increase. This is also vanity. When resources increased, they are increased that eat them. And what thought is there to the owners thereof, saying, if beholding of them with their eyes, the sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. There is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely, riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he hath begotten a son, and there is nothing in his hand. As he came forth from his mother's womb, naked he shall return and go as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. And this also is a sore evil, that in all points as he came, so shall he go. And what profit hath he that had labored for the wind? All his days also he eateth in darkness, and he hath much sorrow and wrath with his sickness. Behold, which I have seen, it is thub and comely for one to eat and to drink and to enjoy the thub of all of his labors that he taketh under the sun, all the days of his life, which Yahuwah has given him, for it is his portion. Every man also to whom Yahuwah has given riches and wealth, and hath given him power to eat thereof, and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor. This is the gift of Yahuwah, for he shall not much remember the days of his life, because Yahuwah answereth him in the joy of his heart. Chapter 6. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is commonly among men, a man to whom Yahuwah has given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul of all that he desires. Yet Yahuwah gives him not power to eat thereof, but a stranger eats it. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease. If a man beget 100 children and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be not filled with thub, and also that he have no burial, I say that an untimely birth is better than he. For he cometh in vanity, and departeth in darkness, and his name shall be covered with darkness. Moreover, he hath not seen the sun, nor known anything. This hath more rest than the other. Yea, though he live 1,000 years twice told, yet hath he seen no thub. Do not all go to one place? All the labor of a man is for his mouth, and yet his appetite is not filled. For what hath the wise more than the fool? And what hath the poor that knoweth to walk before the living? Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This is also vanity and vexation of Ruach. That which hath been is named already. It is known that it is man, neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he, seeing that there be many things that increase vanity. What is man the better? For who knoweth what is stewed for a man in his life? In this life, all the days of his vain life which he spendeth as a shadow. For who can tell a man what shall be after him under the sun? Chapter 7. A thewed name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. It is better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance of the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. For as the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of the fool. This is also vanity. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in Ruach is better than the proud in Ruach. Be not hasty in thy Ruach to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Say not thou, what is this cause that the former days were better than these? For you do not inquire wisely concerning this. Chokmah is stewed with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun. For Chokmah is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that Chokmah giveth life to them that have it. Consider the work of Eluah, for who can make that straight, which he hath made crooked? In the day of prosperity be joyful, but in the day of adversity consider. Eluah hath also set that one over against the other, and to the end that man should find nothing after him. All things have I seen in the days of my vanity. There is a just man that perishes in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself overwise. Why should you destroy yourself? Be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before it's thy time? It is through that thou shouldest take hold of this. Yea, also from this withdraw not thine hand, for he that feareth Eluah shall come forth of them all. Chokmah strengthens the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. For there is not a just man upon the earth that doeth through and sins not. Also, take no heed unto all the words that are spoken, lest thou hear thy servant curse thee. For oftentimes also thine own heart knows that you yourself likewise has cursed others. All of this I have proved by Chokmah. I said, I will be wise, but it was far from me. That which is far off and exceeding deep, who can find it out? I applied my heart to know and to search and to seek out Chokmah and the reason of things, and to know that the wickedness of folly, even of foolishness and madness, and I find more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is snares and nets, in her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth Eluah shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this I have found, says the preacher, counting one by one, to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those I have not found. Lo, this only have I found, that Allua hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. Chapter 8. Who is a wise man, or who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom, Chokmah, maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. I counsel thee to keep the king's command, and that in regard of the oath of Allua, be not hasty to go out of his sight. Stand not in an evil thing, for he doeth whatsoever pleaseth him. Where the word of a king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, What are you doing? Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing. And a wise man's heart discerns both time and judgment, because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore the misery of man is great upon him, for he knows not that which shall be. For who can tell him when it shall be? There is no man that hath power over the Ruach to retain the Ruach, neither he hath power in the day of death, and there is no discharge in that war, neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. All this I have seen, and applied my heart unto every work that is done under the sun. There is a time wherein one man ruleth over another to his own hurt. And so I saw the wicked buried, who had come and gone from the place of the Kodesh, and they were forgotten in that city where they had done so. This is also vanity, because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Allua, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before Allua. There is a vanity which is done upon the earth, and there be just men unto whom it is happening according to the work of the wicked again. There be wicked men to whom it happeneth according to the work of the righteous. And I have said this is also vanity. Then I commended mirth, because a man hath no better thing under the sun than to eat and to drink and to be merry. For that shall abide with him of all his labor the days of his life, which Allua hath given him under the sun. When I applied my heart to know Chokmah, and to see the business that is done upon the earth, for also there is that neither day or night seeth sleep with his eyes, then I beheld all the work of Allua, that a man cannot find out the work that is done under the sun, because though a man labor to seek it out, yet he shall not find it. Yea, farther, though a wise man think to know it, yet he shall not be able to find it. Chapter 9. For all this I considered in my heart, even to declare all of this, that the righteous and the wise and their works are in the hand of Allua. No man knoweth either love or hatred by all that is before them. All things come alike to all. All things come alike to all. There is one event to the righteous and to the wicked, to the thub and to the clean, and to the unclean, to him that sacrificeth and him that sacrificeth not. As is the thub, so is the sinner, and he that sweareth, as he that feareth an oath. This is an evil among all things that are done under the sun, that there is one event unto all, yea, and all the heart of the sons of men is full of evil, and madness is their heart while they live, and after that they go to the dead. For to him that is joined to all living there is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead not knowing anything. Neither have they any more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Also their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished. Neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun. So go thy way and eat thy bread with joy, and drink thy wine with a merry heart, for Eluah now accepts your works. Let thy garments always be white, and let thy head lack no ointment. Live joyfully with the wife of whom thou lovest all the days of thy life of thy vanity, which he hath given thee under the sun, and all the days of thy vanity, for that is your portion in this life, and in thy labor which thou takest under the sun. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with strength, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor chokmah in the grade where you are headed. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to the men of understanding, nor yet favored to the men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. For a man also knoweth his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. So are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. This chokmah I have seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and a few men within it. And there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered the same poor man. Then said I, chokmah is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's chokmah is despised, and his words not heard. The words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Chokmah is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much thub. Dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savor. So does a little folly to him that is in a reputation for chokmah and honor. A wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart is at his left. Yet also, when he that is a fool walketh by the way, his wisdom faileth him, and he saith to everyone that he is a fool. If the ruach of the ruler rise up against thee, leave not thy place, for yielding pacifieth great offenses. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it, and whoso breaketh the hedge, a serpent shall bite him. Whoso removeth stones shall be hurt therewith, and he that cleaveth wood shall be endangered thereby. If the iron be blunt, and he do not whet the edge, then must he put to more strength. But chokmah is profitable to direct. Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment, and a babbler is no better. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow him up himself. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievousness, madness. And a fool also is full of words, and a man cannot tell what shall be, and what shall be after him. Who can tell him? The labor of the foolish wearies every one of them, because he knoweth not how to go to the city. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. Blessed art thou, O land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and thy princes eat in due season, for strength and not for drunkenness. By much slothfulness the building decays, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through. A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answers all things. Curse not the king, no, not in thy thought, and curse not the rich in thy bedchamber, for a bird of the air shall carry thy voice, and that which has wings shall tell the matter. Chapter 11. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7, and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. And if the tree fall toward the south, or toward the north, in the place where the tree falleth, there it shall be. He that observes the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. As you knowest not what is the way of the Ruach, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so knowest not the works of Eluah, who maketh all things. In the morning sow thy seed, and in the evening withhold not thine hand. For you don't know if you will prosper, either this or that, or whether they both shall be alike Thub. Truly the light is sweet, and a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. For if a man live many years and rejoice in them all, yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many, and all comes in vanity. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth, and let thy heart cheer you up in the days of your youth, and walk in the ways of thine heart, and in the sight of thine eyes. But know this, that for all these things Eluah will bring thee into judgment. Therefore remove sorrow from thine heart, and put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity. Chapter 12. Zakar now thy Creator in the days of your youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun, or the light, or the noon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, and when the sound of grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel be broken at the cistern, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the Ruach shall return unto Eluah, who gave it. Vanity of vanities, says the preacher, is all vain. Moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yeah, he gave Thub heed, and sought out and set in order many proverbs. The preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which is written was upright, even words of truth. The words of the wise are as golds, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd. And further, by these, my son, be admonished. Of making many books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. So let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Eluah, and keep his commands, for this is the whole duty of man. For Yahuwah shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be Thub or whether it be Ra. This has been the reading of Koheleth, Ecclesiastes.